We're at the Reagan Library in Simi Valley, California, which means, of course, that the airplane behind me is one of the best-known business jets in the world. It's a Boeing 707 used as Air Force One by a number of presidents, but more specifically by Ronald Reagan. You walk down a long hallway to get from the main part of the Reagan Presidential Library to the Air Force One pavilion. But once there, you'll discover one of the most pristine, most beautiful airplanes you'll ever see on display. The pavilion in which Air Force One is located is truly a magnificent structure, an architectural masterpiece. Behind Air Force One is a gorgeous mural showing every airplane that has ever been used by a sitting American president. And there's quite a few of them. Technically, Air Force One is a Boeing 707-320B, and it's powered by 4 Pratt & Whitney turbofan engines, each delivering 18,000 pounds of thrust. It's really hard to imagine the historical figures that walked on this airplane during the years it served as Air Force One. But from a pilot's perspective, I think I'm more interested in turning left once we walk inside than turning right. The cockpit is almost identical to that of the Boeing 707-320B, used by so many of the world's airlines. It had a 3-man crew that included a flight engineer. The presidential flight crews received their initial and recurrent training at the TWA Training Center in Kansas City, Missouri. President Reagan's airborne office is just the way it was on June 12, 1987, when he flew to West Berlin and put the finishing touches on a speech that included those historic words.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
A library docent says that it is not unusual for visitors passing through the aircraft to shed a tear as they pause where Ronald Reagan once sat. It has something to do with what once was, I was told. President Reagan enjoyed playing practical jokes on members of his cabinet and staff by being photographed standing over them while they were snoozing. He would sign copies of these photographs and then send them to his victims. The official name of this airplane is really a VC-137C. That's the official designation. Boeing made 2 of them. SAM 27,000, that's this one, and SAM 26,000, which is located at the Air Force Museum in Dayton, Ohio. Air Force One is an iconic symbol of America's freedom and democracy. Interestingly, this particular Air Force One made its last flight on September 8, 2001, only 3 days before our democracy and freedom were threatened like at no other time in the past. Barry Schiff, AOPA Live.